I never know if this is gonna get stuck and lag or if it's gonna work. Hi guys, it's Saturday, April 13th.
There ain't no rest for the wicked. Money don't grow on trees.
It is the 13th, right? I had to check my calendar to make sure. It is. It's the 13th, so that's good. Sorry I haven't made a video in a while. Last time I was supposed to, it was right at the end of my spring break, and I just totally forgot, which is bad, but I did, and I'm sorry. But to make it up to you, I'm going to have a video with actual content today, so that's something. Hopefully this will work this time, because I've tried to film this a couple times, and it keeps either getting stuck or lagging, or I totally mess up, and it's not good. So we'll see. Okay, so this quarter I'm taking a political science class that I'm really enjoying, and it's basically about political philosophy. And the first book we are reading is this. And it's called The Concept of the Political by Carl Schmitt. And Carl Schmitt was a Nazi in Nazi Germany and also a political theorist. So despite the fact that it is written by a Nazi and therefore you kind of inherently don't really want to agree with it, there are a lot of really interesting ideas about political philosophy and the human nature. So the idea that our professor has really been emphasizing is that something becomes political when it has to do with the friend-enemy distinction. So basically what Carl Schmitt believes is that something becomes politicized when there's a difference or a conflict between two people who have separate basic core values. Now generally when we think of core values, we think of religion or economics or family values, but Carl Schmitt believes it could be anything that someone is willing to kill or die for. The idea is that your friend-enemy distinction is made based on the beliefs that you care about the most. So it's things that it's like, well, we believe this and we feel so strongly about it that we will kill you over it. Now obviously this is a huge extreme and people are friends and enemies based on things that they are not willing to kill each other over. But a question that was raised in lecture is, think about yourself personally. What would you be willing to fight and die or kill other people over? And that's a really heavy question when you start thinking about it. But after some thought, the thing that I came up with is that my friends and my family are the things I care about the most. That is something that, if threatened, I would be either willing to sacrifice myself for, or take out what was threatening them. And I don't think I'm alone in this belief. I think a lot of people would agree that that is something worth fighting over. So then the book kind of goes on to discuss further what it means if you have a large difference within your political state of people's beliefs and the bad things that that can lead to, and you start to really kind of see the Nazi part of it come through, really. But so basically I just thought it was a really interesting mental exercise to kind of take a step back and think on the biggest possible scale you can personally, what really matters. And I don't think that's necessarily something we do enough as people. We get really caught up in kind of the small things that happen day to day, and sometimes they can be important. Obviously, it's important to pay attention to a lot of stuff that's going on in your life, because life is crazy and stressful like that. But it was kind of calming to know that even if all that goes wrong, the stuff that really matters to me is still there. And that was really nice. And almost every time that I'm reminded of how much I care about my friends and family, it just makes me feel good because I like people and love and all that good, mushy stuff. So I just think, take a minute, maybe, or two. Think about what really matters to you, what you are willing to kill and die for. Puts things in perspective a little bit. So yeah, food for thought, I suppose. And Claire, I will see you on Monday.
Ain't no rest for the wicked until we close our eyes for good.